So, grand rising, good evening, all that good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Do me a favor, guys, as you jump on, drop that city and that state, your location, to let us know where you guys are tuning in from. It's a Sunday. Yeah, I know it's Sunday. This is the blank spot, and we're coming to you live from just outside of Columbia, South Carolina, and we're going to be sublimating on some silver, some silver sublimation shirts. This is going to be a what do you call this again? I keep forgetting, man. I get a brain cramp every time. The type of shirts these are. I call them silk weight, but they're not silk weight. They're sports shirts. Oh man, and I'm live and looking real silly right now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because nobody's really on here anyway. So, um, brain cramp, brain cramp. It's an A4 shirt or C2 type shirt, kind of like a moisture wicking shirt. So, no, not a jersey, Maria. How you doing? Thanks for jumping on. It's one of those sports shirts, the thin ones. Okay, so matter of fact, it's on the tip of my tongue, but it's these just little thin kind of see-through joints. I don't like them, but we have an order that a customer asked us to do these shirts, so I'm going to be doing these shirts. We actually got the order last week. Normally we don't do rushes, but this is a customer of ours. They're actually around the corner. This is for a softball team. They wanted jerseys though, Maria. They wanted jerseys, but they found these actual sports shirts. I'll think of the name here in a minute. But anyway, so we're gonna be sublimating these. The shirt is silver. All right, it's not white. It's a silver shirt. And the topic is how limited is your knowledge of sublimation? That's the topic. So, guys, do me a favor. Like I said, as you jump on, drop that city and state, like the video, share the video, let somebody know that you're tuning in. You may have some customers, or you may have some friends, or some compadres, some associates that's doing the same thing. There's a lot of people who have a limited knowledge of sublimation. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate the support over there. There's a lot of people who have a limited knowledge of sublimation. Stevie, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Steve, you know, I got a brain cramp, man. My PTSD is acting up. What are these sublimation shirts? The ones that are real thin. They're like sports shirts. They're like a silky feel. Tell me that name, man. I know you can help me out. The silky feel. I can't think of it. I'm having a brain cramp right now. But we're going to be sublimating these shirts. These are going to be for a softball team. Got about 15 shirts to do. Actually, about 14 and a half, front and back. Alexandria, how you doing, Jerry? Thanks for jumping on. Here we go. Run span? Nah, it ain't run span. It's what is it, man? I can't get past the live if I don't say the shirt. Performance. Yes, these are performance shirts. Thank you, Latrice. I should have asked you. I should have asked you. Dry fit. Thank you, bro, man. Oh man, gosh. Hey man, listen. When your mind is all over the place, and I apologize. No, Steve ain't come through. Steve, you let me down, bro. You let me down, Steve. No, dry fit. Performance shirts, dry fit, yes. So WV sub, thanks for jumping on. Y'all drop that city and state. I see y'all coming in. Like the video, share the video. You see, I started with sublimation and it didn't work for me. Now I'm on DTF and embroidery. So Riri, I'm glad that you said that, Riri. And this on this live, I'm gonna let some people in from TikTok because I want to have some conversations with y'all. So Riri, do you mind? Can you come on right now? I'm gonna ask to see. Steve say he's still sleeping. Riri, I'm gonna ask if you can come on right now because I have a conversation that I want to have with you if you don't mind. I like that you said that. Let me turn my volume up, young lady. How you doing? How you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm better than amazing. Thank you for asking. So tell the people where you're from, what you do, and if you are a business owner, what's the name of your business? Please and thank you.
Well, I haven't started a business.
Oh, you talking about well and all that stuff. What you do, girl?
But honestly, I started with, I'm from Alabama.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm from Indianapolis. I live in Alabama.
Okay, I ain't gonna mess with you, Gary.
But I started with sublimation because my daughter, I have been messing with my Cricut. And I do little things here and there. So my daughter wanted some stuff for graduation because she graduated a couple of years ago. And so it was like, okay, since I got the Cricut, I can also try to make some shirts, try to do some things. So I went and got this printer, that F-sign printer, and I turned it into a sublimation printer. Then come to find out, I can only do light colors, and I couldn't do certain materials like I wanted to. I thought I could do a little bit of everything, and it was like very limited. So it's like I gave it a break, and now it's like I'm getting into the DTF.
So we're gonna pause on that one. I'm gonna bring Latrice in. She's gonna introduce herself and tell us what she do and where she's from. Then I'm gonna get back to you because I really want to educate, if you allow me to, about some things. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Latrice, let them know.
Hey everybody. Yes, I'm Latrice. The name of my company is The Print Goddess. I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut. And what I do is I do a lot of banners. I do a lot of printing. So a lot of banners, stickers, embroidery, you name it, I do it.
So,
I don't print money though. I don't print money though.
Yeah, we printing money. We printing money right now, right? Everything over there print money. So you're more of a supplier and a vendor than anything, right? Okay. So check this out. So Riri, I'm originally from Baton Rouge, right?
Okay.
And I just ended up in Columbia, South Carolina. So don't judge me. But so you say you started off with sublimation and it really didn't work as you thought because you thought you'd be able to do more things, right?
Yeah.
So allow me to walk this thing for you. So we're a sublimation blanks, t-shirt, transfer, adhesive, vinyl, and banner supplier. We started off with sublimation. Now, the reason why I believe that some people don't get out of what they want out of sublimation is because of not you, just other people, unrealistic expectations, and the not knowing or understanding what it can do for you. Now,
That's true. That's me.
okay, so now, if you only want to do shirts, sublimation can be limited to white. Notice I said can be, right? Mm-hmm. Because if I want to do a polyester shirt, a 100% polyester shirt in red, then I can put black letters on it.
Okay.
If I want to do a 100% polyester shirt in a neon green or a safety orange, I can put black letters on it. Who's gonna wear neon in shirts? What type of profession or side hustle? Anybody out on the road?
The flag people.
Yeah. People out on the streets.
Lawn care, right? So
even the police that be out
even the police. So now I can sublimate on mesh because mesh is 100% polyester. Yeah. So let's go back. If I want to do full color sublimation, because sublimation has no white ink, then my best results are going to be on a white or light color sublimation shirt. The higher the polyester count, the better the outcome. You with me?
I hear you.
So you can't be against me if I'm right. Right?
No.
Okay, so now if I still want to utilize, thanks for the gifts, if I still want to utilize sublimation, I have options. If I'm only making garments, I still have options. Once again, like I said, I can put it on a silver. If I put it on silver like I'm doing right now, I'm going to get that full color effect. Remember, anything that's white in my design is going to take on the properties of silver because sublimation has no white ink, right? Mm-hmm. But if I want to do some designs, maybe for someone is lawn care, someone's doing some type of maybe washing cars, they may be out flagging, whatever you want to call it, whatever, then I can do neon type shirts and I can do them in just one solid color. I'm winning. So a lot of people are only doing shirts. Nothing wrong with that. But now you're talking about bags. We did this for an event that we had this weekend.
That's nice.
It's basic. This is AI. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's AI. I added our logos. This is our custom logo. And this is our parent company logo with our QR code. And we gave these away to people who made purchases over $40. This is a bag that I didn't bring. I just left it here. We gave all our bags away, So we had about 10, 15 bags like this. And then we had longer, bags. But anyway, this sublimation. Then you got stuff like your graduation stole, like you said about your daughter graduating, right?
Mhm.
Sublimation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got your
still a
three
little mad about that one because it's like I'm still playing with it. It's so many different. I
variations.
try to use one person's, dimensions, and it was like that's not it.
Can't do that, honey. So here's the thing. This is the biggest I would say mistake or bad choice that we make when we get templates. The biggest thing is not getting the template. That's not the problem. The problem is not measuring. Problem's not measuring. So we got Pandora. Good evening. How you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Rhonda, thank you. I appreciate it. You have to measure because once you get the template, let's say you buy a template. This is anybody. Once you buy a template, you still have to have the substrate. If you have the template without the substrate and you just start printing, you're gonna get what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So even though they're template, I can use this. I can use the template and just do a rectangle. Or I can do actual template. I love that shirt, Latrice. Or I can just make a template myself. I can lay this out. I can lay this flat, and I can actually take a picture, right? But I still need to make sure I measure the width and the length, and that the images are going to line up. You with me?
Yeah.
So
I did it on my Canva, like set that thing up so beautiful, and it was like, it's like, okay, this is not it, and it's like now I'm printing
well,
3-4 times, and like truly at the beginning. So
yeah,
what you're saying is like, duh, like why didn't I think of
but
that?
because you probably were excited. Canva gives people a love-hate relationship. A lot of times, Canva and the designs in that design space, they won't end up being the same size. So you got to make sure that you save the correct DPI and that you make sure the image is the right size.
Yeah.
Because you're going to end up transferring it somewhere else. However, this is for everybody that's watching and listening. Make sure y'all measure if you buy the template. You know what I'm saying? So we got these two young ladies on here. I don't know how long you won't be able to stay, Riri. I don't know how long you won't be able to stay.
You know what? I don't mean to go overboard, but
no, go ahead.
Goddess. Yes. Listen, I've been trying to do this lady bumblebee. It's a queen bee and rhinestones, and I have been failing this. But I set it to 10 SS, and I got it off. I got everything how I needed it, and I got it off the silhouette, and I put it on my Cricut. And for some reason, when it cuts, the 10 SS is too big for the holes. So then I go on Cricut and I redo the holes. And it just
make the hole. So when you just click on one hole, right? Make sure all the for S10, SS10, the hole has to be 0.130.
okay.
So click on the circle. Because I don't use Cricut for the designs. I use the Juliet, the Caesar Juliet, or I use my other cutter, which is a more commercial cutter to cut the stones.
Okay.
So
I've tried with the rhinestones before, and it came out pretty good. But I think I really did.
When you do those circles in there,
They're over there crafting, Stevie.
make sure that those circles are 0.130. That is the number for SS10 rhinestone.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna go back and look, but I appreciate it because it's like that. Listen, them rhinestones. I'm trying.
I'm gonna tell you how I make mine. You wanna know how I make mine? I order them. Ain't nobody got time for that. We're vendors.
I want to be the person who the people order it from.
So hold on. You work a job?
Nope. I'm military.
Me too. So appreciate that. What branch were you in?
Army.
Okay.
You, sir.
So check this out. They ain't teach us how to work smart. They taught us how to work hard. So I'm not telling you what to do, but I want you to think about this. You say you don't want to order them from somebody. You want to be the person that they're ordering from.
Yeah.
I want you to think about a different concept. If I'm ordering them in bulk, as long as I'm making the sale, I don't care. See, a lot of times we get so passionate into what we're doing, we want our hands all over everything. But the only thing I want my hands on is the bank account.
That's right. And I'm not sure.
So there's nothing wrong if that's what you want to do. I'm not going to take anything from you. It's always great to know how to do it. So when you do get to the point to where you're ordering it and you're reselling them, that's going to be awesome. But what I hear you saying is you want to make custom rhinestone transfers.
Yeah.
And when you do start your business, we're going to speak that into existence, right? When you do start your business, you don't want to get caught up making custom because it takes a while.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You're right.
So this is a silver dry fit shirt. This is silver. Okay, this is the back of the shirt. This is going to be a baseball or softball jersey. So I want y'all to see this. Most people tell you that you can only sublimate on white. It's preferred to sublimate on white. But there's so many things that we limit ourselves to because we're not educated in sublimation. My wife taught me everything that I know about sublimation, everything that she didn't know. I did my own research. So with what I learned and what she taught me, we're at this point. The thing of it is, most people will give up on sublimation because they're not educated on it. So what I want you to do, Riri, is I want you to go to our website. It's free to read.
Okay.
It's free to read. I want you to go to our website. I want you to read our blog. Okay? I'm trying to find a little card right now. Here it is. So here's our website, everybody. theblankspot.com. There's a free sublimation blog that you can read about. It talks about sublimation. It's 7 different things that's going to help your sublimation project to actually pop. It's your paper. We have our own sublimation paper brand. It's your ink. We have our own ink brand. It's your printer. See, you converted a printer, which nothing's wrong with that. You can still use a converted printer. However, you're not going to get the same quality colors.
I did.
Yeah.
Because my print, the color was just not bright like it was supposed to.
But now
I think that was another disappointment. It was like,
what did I do? So another reason why people get disappointed is because their paper that they're using, it bleeds. So you had to take some sublimation. You had to take some butcher paper or parchment paper and put on top of that paper, right?
Sublimation.
But because
and put on top of that paper, right?
All right, you gotta turn your speaker down, Pandora. There you go.
I didn't do that. I bought the sublimation paper straight from Hobby Lobby.
Okay, so it bleeds, and that paper is gonna bleed up to the top of your heat press. So our paper doesn't bleed. So I'm doing all type of advertising, y'all coming in here. So there's a
I still got my print sublimated. So
your
I'm
ink.
gonna check y'all's website out and see what's what, because I might just dust it on off.
You may as well. So it's 7 things. It's your ink, your paper, your substrate, which is what you're sublimating on. So ink, paper, substrate, your printer, temperature, time, and pressure. Those 7 things are going to be the things that makes your sublimation project pop. If you don't have the right pressure, it's not going to transfer. It's going to look like it's ghosting. If you got too much pressure, you're going to get that line around there. If you got too much time, it's going to burn. It's if it's a lot of stuff. So it's a lot of things dealing with sublimation that people won't take the time. But if you're in the military, you got enough patience already. So you can get another arsenal under your belt. You get another round under your belt, and you say, hey, you know what? I know how to do this. It takes a little time to get it together, but you can do that. All right.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate you, sir.
Hey, no problem. Thank you. So Pandora, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
We got our crew on here, baby. I'm better than amazing. We're tired. We're tired. She's over there doing some designing for us right now. Don't tell nobody because we don't design. But
Don't tell nobody.
nah. But tell everybody who you are, what you do, and where you're located, please and thank you.
I will. I'm Pandora Prater from Starkville, Mississippi. I am the owner of P's Faithful Creations, formerly Walk by Faith Creations. And I do a little bit of everything. I do sublimation. I do some DTF. I did do vinyl, but I'm letting vinyl go. That's a little too much. But I do a lot of sublimation stuff.
Sublimation. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Get most of my things from the blank spot.
Okay, look at that promo. All right. I'm about to get you a bonus. So,
all right, I look forward to it.
I should have said that. So check this out, right? Sublimation can be very it can be very intimidating, right? Sublimation can be very intimidating, especially when you have these other processes like HTV, screen print, DTF, direct to garment. Guys, listen, sublimation can be very intimidating. White toner, transfers. However, once you learn how to do sublimation, and I think what happens is a lot of people start that last. Once you know how to do sublimation, there's no printing process that you won't be able to master. Because sublimation, in my opinion, is the hardest. It's more things that have to come along with that. So, Pandora, you on here? I'm actually making some softball jerseys using dry fit, silver dry fit shirts. If anybody else is out there, that's what I'm doing. I'm making softball jerseys using silver dry fit shirts. And our customer that's around the corner, he's a mechanic. He actually has a body shop. And funny story, he probably ain't watching, so it's cool. But it's 15 of them on the softball team. And you know, we don't usually take last minute stuff. But we were getting ready for our event this past weekend. And he said, hey man, you know, he texted me, he has my phone number, he texted me. He said, hey man, y'all don't by any chance have any softball jerseys, do you? And I said, nah, man. I said, the best thing I can do for you is a football jersey, a basketball jersey. I said, or I can make you a t-shirt. He said, well, my buddies we're looking for jerseys for our softball team. Then he said, he sent me a picture. And the picture was of a t-shirt. And he said, man, the guy told me he had found jerseys, man. He got t-shirts. And I said, well, what are you looking for? And he said, we're looking for a dry fit t-shirt. You know, softball, summertime, hot. But here's some drawbacks to dry fit. One of the drawbacks to dry fit is that it stains quickly. It easily stains. All right, they're going to have fun out there, but it's going to stain. Then we got a silver color, which is not bad, but it's going to stain. But another drawback to the dry fit, well, I guess a pro to the dry fit is that it doesn't get those little lint balls as easily, right? But anything that snatches on it is going to snatch and stretch. But anyway, so he showed me that, and then he told me what the quote was for the one shirt. And it appeared to me was that the company that quoted him for the shirt was putting regular screen print on it, like an old style screen print, but it's full color. Remember what I told you about screen print?
Yes.
You have to burn the screen for every color. So of course it's going to be a little bit more costly. So I said, well, here's a solution. I had a silver dry fit shirt for kids in here. I took his logo. I went ahead and printed it on sublimation printer last week. I pressed it, walked around the corner and said, hey man, here you go. What you think? He was happy with a bag full of, so he was happy. And so he wanted them by tomorrow. He needs them by no later than Wednesday. That's their first game. So I'm going to go ahead, knock out as many as I can today, front and back. I gave him a great price, and then he'll get them probably tomorrow afternoon sometime. The moral of the story is most people don't know the power of sublimation and what it can do. So we kind of tap out. We say, oh, we can't do this, we can't do that. But so that's what we're doing right now. We came back from the event yesterday and very, very exhausted, very tired. But we had an eventful day. We sold probably about 9 jackets, man. And all you saw was the heat press.
The camo jackets.
We sold 1 jean jacket as well. But it was pretty cool. So gotta let me see. Steve said understanding CMYK and RGB is something we need to know also. You're right. So CMYK, everybody know what CMYK is?
Yeah.
Okay. If anybody in the comments don't know, don't give them an answer yet. But if anybody in the comments don't know, just say no, I don't know what CMYK is. And then also RGB. Everybody know what RGB is. Yeah. If you don't know, you need to let me know so we can go ahead and knock it out. Somebody gotta know in here. So let me see. Trying to help a friend with his mentoring program. Need to find out about t-shirts with logos. So Renee, what I need you to do, first of all, I don't know where you're coming in from, but you did say good evening, so good evening right back. What I need you to do, Renee, is I want you to email us. So you're on Facebook, Renee. Y'all hold on for a second. You're on Facebook, Renee. I want you to remove the www dot and replace it with info. So Renee, email us at info at the blank spot.com. Be very specific with your request. Let us know, and if we can help you, we will. Got to know the timeline, the amount of shirts, all that good stuff, the colors, and all that stuff, right? So, CNYK, which one of y'all want to answer that one?
Oh, I'll answer.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, CNYK is basically the ink. So when your printer is four cartridges for the ink. One is the C, one is the Y, M, and the K. C stands for cyan, which is the blue. The M is magenta, which is like the reddish pink. The Y is for yellow. The K is for black.
Okay, so that gives you 4 choices. What about the RGB?
RGB stands for. I never knew what it stands for, but
You know what it stands for, the colors.
Oh, yes, I forgot. But
Red, green, and blue.
Oh, okay, red and blue. So basically, RGB is like it's like digital. That's what I understand it to be. So, like the screen, like what you see on your screen, it's like everything that's for the screen on your on the computer and stuff, for your phone or whatever. It's not really what the print will come out to be.
So
that's what I understand it to be.
So what do you think, Pandora? You got something to add?
Because I didn't understand RBG.
RGB.
RGB. I'm sorry.
So no, you cool. So here's the thing, y'all, and you're spot on. You're spot on, Latrice. So here's the thing. What happens is this: CMYK has no white ink. So when we're dealing with sublimation or any other printer that uses CMYK with no white ink, this is your background. This is your white ink, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is your white ink. So all the colors mixing together are going to make the colors that you need. So blue and yellow makes what color?
Green.
Red and blue. Black and white. And that's what the CMYK comes in. Well, the RGB is colors, but like Latrice said, what you see on the screen is going to be different. So if you're using RGB, those colors are mixing as well, but you're not going to have the same appearance. So if I'm looking at a computer screen, which is RGB, it's mixing the colors, right? I'm looking at the computer screen is RGB. Remember the little plugs we had to put in? The red, green, the little cables, that's RGB. So it's going to give us that type of color. Well, it's not going to be as clear, or it may not be as vibrant. Then when I go to print that CMYK, that's why you have to take that little droplet and get the right color sometimes, because it may look like something one way and then you print it out as something totally different. So what we see is not always what we get, depending on how we print. And I like that neon sign back there. You're going to make us have to step up our game. Latrice over there doing it. She over there doing it.
I got my.
So I can't see the comments, y'all. I'm gonna pull up my I can see them on Facebook. You're welcome, Renee.
Okay.
Teresa Outlaw, how are you? Thanks for jumping on.
Mama still.
I'm gonna pull up my.
Mama still, how you doing?
Mama still on it?
Yeah.
Let me see. So we're talking about sublimating on the silver dry fit shirts. And which platform you on, D? You on the TBS? I just want to make sure. I'm gonna go on the other account. I hope y'all doing well. Are y'all working on anything?
I'm just pressing on my
I was looking at the comments.
I need to make them because they keep falling. Like when I have them to display, I want them to stay nice and neat. So I'm pressing them on some felt.
Okay.
So they can stay. So I can display them when I go out.
What you working on, Pandora?
I actually just finished doing my video for my graduation giveaway.
Okay, that's what I like to hear.
I actually went live. I'm critiquing my own live, so I see some things I need to do differently.
Well, you're gonna get better, right? Good evening, Vanessa. You're gonna get
We're gonna
better.
try it again.
Huh?
We're gonna try it again.
So we trying to be perfect or we trying to be natural?
No, I'm not trying to be perfect. I just want to be decent.
See, like I stepped on a toe just now. Your feet hurt?
No, I don't want to be perfect. I just want to be.
Well, we are our worst critics. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I want you to do is this. I want you to do your videos and I want you to go back and look at them, but I want you to see your growth every time.
Okay.
I don't want you to sit there and try to redo a video. I want you to look at your growth every time. Because if you do a video and it ain't like you like it, and then you do another video, you'll never get the next marketing thing out.
Okay.
So
well, I decided to go ahead and go live this time. I don't know. I just had to do it because I didn't think about it much. I just went ahead and did it.
Well, no, you don't have to. Like I tell everybody, we talked about this on our Tuesday night. You don't have to be, face to face doing live. You can be a faceless live, which is just with your hands. You don't have to let people see your face. There's lots of content creators that do that. They go faceless live, and they make a lot of connections like that. So you don't have to do that if you don't want to. But don't look for perfection. Look for getting your message across and then actually having that call to action. So make sure you're asking for everything in the video, right?
Okay.
Make sure you have the call to action, because contrary to popular belief, people are not going to just go to your website without you saying, hey, go to the website.
Okay, so that's one thing I forgot to say. Not my website, because I haven't gotten that done.
Or wherever. Whatever action you want them to take, folks ain't gonna just do that. I don't know why, but folks just ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? If you selling something, most people ain't gonna just, they ain't gonna just go do that. So I'm doing the backs first. And I started off, normally what I would do, y'all, with these performance shirts, these dry fit shirts, normally what I would do is I would stick a piece of butcher paper or parchment paper in between. Not because, so it's not called bleed, it's called blowback, right? It'll blow straight through. But these are not blowing through. I tested one, and I was like, man, I ain't got time to be putting no paper in between these shirts. I don't like these shirts anyway. So I tried one. It did what I wanted to do, so I'm rolling. So, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm doing the back first, because if it was some blow, then the front design would cover it up.
Big enough to cover it.
Yeah. But like I say, the more you know about sublimation. So if you guys are just jumping on, it's your first time, type on number 1 in the comments. It's your first time. Thanks, Vanessa. It's your first time here, type number 1 in the comments. If you're brand new to sublimation, also type that number 1, because we'd love to have a conversation about sublimation. There's some things that I struggle with. Some things that we struggle with in our business. And one of the things that we struggle with mainly is keeping people on track about sublimation. Now, the reason I say that is because there's so many DTF distractions out there. Did y'all get that?
Yeah.
There's so many distractions out there that people don't really understand the benefits and the value of sublimation. Because most people, like the young lady that was on, Riri, I want to do different types of colors of shirts. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to know what you're getting into. So the one thing that you have to understand is that sublimation, if you're doing garments, yes, you are going to be limited to white or light color garments. However, Rhonda, what you want to understand is that there's so many different things that you can do in sublimation. If y'all did not see this is a lunch tote. Okay. We got tumblers. We got lunch bags. We got metal signs, graduation stoves, 3D shirts. All these things can be done in sublimation. And a lot of that stuff will not look better on a different transfer process. So there's different transfer processes that are out there that people are trying to do a one size fits all. And our biggest challenge is not us, but it's the customers and getting them to understand that sublimation is a science.
Yeah.
What was y'all's biggest challenge when y'all first started doing sublimation? Pandora, you first.
My biggest challenge, I guess because I was using non-blank spot paper.
Oh man, you sitting there trying to get free stuff again.
No.
Don't burn the time up, man.
When I started out, I was using non-blank spot paper, and the blowout or the all of that messing up stuff was my biggest challenge. At that time, I didn't know how to correct it the correct way. Not just with the butcher paper, but the correct way.
Well, and that could be a challenge because it can affect your entire projects, right?
Yes, I messed up many things.
Well,
because it was on my press and on my pad. So yeah, I messed up a lot of stuff.
So hold tight. I got somebody on Facebook. Teresa says, so can I sublimate on a color substrate? Because that's what I'm having problems with. Color's not coming out vibrant. So number one, Teresa, short answer is yes. You can sublimate on anything. But because sublimation ink is clear, it's translucent, you can't, it has no white ink. There's no backing. So you're not going to get a full color result on a colored shirt. So that answer is no. So to get the best results, you need to have a lighter shirt. Once again, Teresa, go to the website and read our blog. Go to theblankspot.com and read the blog on sublimation. That's going to explain some things to you. What's happening is a lot of y'all are getting into these groups and y'all looking for these hacks. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with doing a hack. But true and pure sublimation is going to be done directly to that garment or to that substrate. Nothing wrong with a hack. We sublimate on our boxes. We use laminate, put it on the box and sublimate. But as far as you sublimating on a colored garment, you're not going to be able to successfully do that unless you put something on that garment and sublimate on top of that. Okay. So you said your paper was messing up your projects.
Yes.
But you found the blank spot and you've been delivered. All right. Latrice, what you got? What was your most challenging or most difficult sublimation project?
I'm gonna tell you, when I first started doing that sublimation stuff, I knew that conversion was not the right thing to do. But because it kept messing up. And I was like, yeah, this is not made for that. We need a real sublimation, but there was really no real sublimation. But other than that sawgrass, and I wasn't too happy with it. So, but even the process was challenging. Anything that was not flat was the most challenging things for me. Anything that was not flat.
Okay, so we got Steve on YouTube. Steve said getting the TTP together was a struggle, the temperature, time, and the pressure. Because remember, temp, time, and pressure applies to every transfer. But for sublimation, if you don't get it right, there's no second chance, right? It's a wrap. And then Maria said she had issues with the temperature and the time. So in order to alleviate that problem with the temperature, the time, and the pressure, you got to learn how to do different types of substrates. This is one of the shirts that we sell. It's a thicker shirt. It's 100% polyester with the cotton feel, but it's thick. You hold up to the light, you won't be able to see. It's thick, right? Like thick grits. It's thick. Like with grits with cheese in them thick. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but you won't be able to see through it. But then this polyester shirt, this dry fit shirt is thin. So I would have to adjust my pressure on the dry fit shirt, because the dry fit shirt, and y'all see me, I'm letting it bleed out. I'm letting the gas out. The dry fit shirt is going to be thinner. And because it's thinner, you're going to possibly have some lines like I got. So you see me doing this, I'm just trying to get these lines out.
That was a problem for me. That was the lines.
So if you don't know, you use that lint brush, the lint roller, right when it's done, it'll get those lines out for the most part. Okay, it'll get those lines out.
That's nice.
So what we did was, and y'all know we don't design. Is that me? Oh, that's me. Yeah. Oh look. Okay, there we go. I'm charging now. All right. Well, we don't care about TikTok. I mean, I care because y'all on here, but you know, we care. We care because y'all on here. But so we don't design, but the design that the guy gave. So you'll see the front of the logo part in a minute, and it's kind of a metallic type design. It's not gradient like this. Okay. It's more of a metallic type design. So the only thing we can do is kind of do this to kind of match it up. So yeah, we did that, and well, not we, because I don't do D did this. You know, I go out there and talk about the job. Say, hey, yeah, we can do this, we can do that. You know, that's all I'll do. But yeah, so I got 4 shirts done, D, on the back. 15 front and back. Yeah, the challenge is to make sure that I don't have any issues, because what I did was I ended up buying 1 extra shirt per size.
Okay.
So instead of 6 larges, I bought 7, just in case. Okay. Give me some wiggle room. But yeah, so we did that, and she did the number. She did like a varsity type lettering, a number, and she did the offset, the black offset. So, Tamara, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. So y'all jump in, drop the city and state. Let me know where y'all are tuning in from. This is Blank Spot. We doing some late night, Sunday night work. Y'all know what I noticed? Because we're gonna be talking about this on Tuesday, about the Facebook and helping you get set up so you can actually get monetized. Because it's more than just getting users. You don't have to just get users or followers to monetize. There's other ways to get monetized.
Okay. I wanted to talk about something, but I don't know if it's okay to talk about it on here.
Man, it's our platform. Let's go. Do what we want to do.
I get frustrated with pricing and dealing with people with this nonsense. Always telling you, well, this one's better for this. That one's better for that. To me, so I just don't say nothing, because what's gonna fly out my mouth is all the curse words and be like, yeah, you know what you can do, go. That's what we want to come out of my mouth.
So,
but I don't know.
Yeah.
How do I don't know. It's like I have my price, but then people have a cheaper price, and these people are gonna go to the cheaper price, but they're gonna get a poor quality product. So I don't know.
Stress that to them.
Huh?
I would stress that to them. I've had that problem too, and I just told them. So, do you want quality or just anything?
Yeah, it comes from. I just feel like a lot of people that go on these social media platforms really don't know how to price products, and they're causing a problem. They're causing a problem.
So can I interject?
Yeah,
sure. First of all, I am not the person. I'm reading what John said. He said he's tried all the polyester hacks, nothing like 100% polyester. That's what's up. We got New York in the house. All right. So Gina says those be the hustlers. Let me tell you something. I am not the right person to be having this conversation with, because I'm going to say what I want to say, regardless of what the fallout is. However, I'm learning to understand through therapy, I'm being transparent, that I can only control me. So there's a couple of things that we said we weren't going to do this year. Remember, D? One of them was go back and forth. The other one is go round and round. And the other one is not out of our way.
Okay.
So this is what I want you and everybody else who may be a customer on here to understand. Pandora said, well, you can explain to them that they're going to get a cheaper product, and, they end up buying it again. Or you can redirect that energy to making something and go find another customer.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what I'm doing.
Because in my experience, if you spend a lot of time with that one person trying to get them to understand, it starts to look like you're convincing them, And it kind of turns into a desperation when you're trying to education. It's trying to be education, right? We know we're not desperate. We want to sell. I want your business. I don't want your money. Because if I get your business, you're going to come back. But this is what I tell people. If you buy something for $15 and it's not good quality, you're going to go back and pay $25 or $30. Did you save 15 or did you lose? You see what I'm saying? Because you bought twice.
You don't lost the money.
But those are the people that have the money. So we don't worry about them. When they come back to you, you just receive them with open arms. You don't even tell them I told you so. You don't even say nothing like, hey, you back. Say, hey, you ready to do some business? That's it. Because people, you're right. There are a lot of hustlers out there. And that's since time began. There's gonna always be hustlers. It's like haters. You know, they're doing their job. So are they messing up the market? Absolutely. But our concern is not with the hustlers that's messing up the market. We're competing to get the customer's attention. Remember, where your attention goes is where your money flows.
Oh, right.
So if you focus on making sure you got a good product and cut all that explaining out,
Okay.
because now I'm explaining, at the end of my explanation, I'm looking for a sale.
Right.
If I don't get that sale, I'm gonna have something to say too. You know, it's like I've told you everything and you still go to that other person that's cheaper. Well, I'll still be here selling to people who understand my value and my worth. So don't get caught up, in my opinion, don't get caught up with the person that says, well, I can get it cheaper. And as a matter of fact, it may be good quality and cheap. Somebody might just be selling just to be selling. Let me know so I can buy it too and resell it. You know what I'm saying? But when people tell me they can get it cheaper, my thing is this. Why are we still having a conversation?
Yeah, why you even here? Just go get
Because everybody's not your customer. We have to remember that everybody's not my customer. What it is this. And I'm going to say this so everybody can hear this. Most people that are doing what we're doing, like people that'll pop up on social media, specifically right now, TikTok, most people on Facebook and YouTube, they know that we're vendors and suppliers. But most people slide on TikTok and say, oh, they're crafting like me. They see me making a shirt. They see me making an order. This order comes through our custom site. Our vendor site is different. We never have the two together. We don't make shirts. We sell apparel.
Right.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
We don't make shirts. We sell apparel. You know who makes shirts? Crafters and kindergartners. Don't get mad at me. This ain't a project. This is real life. And this is how we eat. So when we go to these vending events, we have a lot of the same issues. People come up and they say, well, I got a heat press too at home. And I'm like, well, what you doing here? Why are you on that side of the booth and not in this booth? Don't tell me. I don't want to hear that. I mean, I get it. I understand where you're going. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that there's a difference between being a side hustler, a side hustler, and a business owner, or a crafter, a hustler, a side hustler, and a business owner. There's different levels to this thing. And most people get caught up and they get stuck at either the hustler, they make it out of the crafting, they get stuck either at crafter or hustler, or they get stuck between hustler and side hustler.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't think I've ever been. I think I started the business trying to be the business owner. I have never, because when I started, I had PayPal. I started with Square PayPal first. I started with what business do. I never went to that craft down. I knew that was not for me.
Well, you knew what you wanted.
Yeah, I knew what I wanted. The craft took too long. I didn't want to make stuff. I wanted to supply the stuff. I wanted people to buy it from me.
Well, I'm gonna play the advocate right now. Most people craft because it's relaxing.
Oh, I found out it was relaxing. But that But I heard, so I thought, see, certain things, see, that was my first thing, that there was something that I knew I could make money from. But at the same time, I did find it relaxing, but that wasn't, I didn't get caught up on a relaxation. I got caught up on how I was going to make me some money. Because I knew that I was going to be retiring soon, and I need to have, a plan.
So the other thing, I like how you said that. The other thing, though, Latrice, is that people continue to craft and don't want to call it a business, even though they may be making money or they're conducting a business. They don't want to do that because it's a responsibility. See, once I start having to be organized, once I start having to be structured, then it's not fun anymore. It's just not fun.
People that I come in contact with.
But you know what I found out? What's fun to me is having my bills paid.
That's right.
Be able to do what I want to do, yeah. Being able to go back and forth where I want to go back and forth. That's fun to me. See, struggling is one of the most unnecessary things that we can do as a human being, because we have skills, right? And we sitting there, we sitting there struggling, man. And we struggling unnecessarily.
Man-made. That's man-made
That's
design.
that's man-made. You know what I'm saying?
Born to be struggling. Nobody born to be
Yeah. So I mean, most people can't understand that. And then the other part of it is, we know that you probably had a job first. Most people already have a job. We get that part. You already had a job, but now you're saying, "Well, I don't have time to live a better life outside of using the job to do it." We know that life happens. We have issues at home, illnesses. We have deaths in our family. We have challenges, personal and professional. We know that happens. But the one thing that's certain, that never stops, is bills. So through all the struggles, through all the setbacks, they still want their money, man.
That's right. Even when you take your last breath, it's still bills that got to be paid.
Yeah, they want their money. So they want their money. But I made a post, and I'm gonna talk about this a little bit before we do the Facebook conversation on Tuesday. We're gonna talk about that cash flow thing, man, because it's a lot of people, man, that don't want to have that conversation, but they're in business. They don't understand how to increase their cash flow if they got a job and they got a business. They don't understand that, it's March right now. People hounding people right now for their income taxes. They're doing everything they can to get that sale, right?
The cash flow was the biggest thing that was.
You know what? People talk to me and they be like, "Oh, how?" And I said, "Listen, you got, first of all, if you make a certain amount of money, I don't care how many kids you got. You need a business or you need a house. Some people start with the house first.
Yeah.
You need something, and they don't understand that. I be like, that's a deduction for you. It's not 100% write off. It's about 60%. Oh, but that's illegal. I said, what do you mean it's illegal? No, and they want to tell you, like, you tell them to do something wrong. No, I'm trying to keep your paycheck cool, but they don't understand that.
But it's the miseducation and the misinformation of people who are working in the working class. That's really what it is. Because we were taught to go to school, make good grades, and get a good job. Well, with the good job comes good taxes. Don't tell me how much you made. I'm not excited about that. My wife was doing a contract, and I'm not gonna tell you how much, because that just be braggadocious. But she was doing a contract for our other business, and it was well into the six figures. And had we not understood the strategies behind cash flowing and keeping our money, then guess what we would have had? A higher tax bill. So you can't have that conversation with everybody. Most people come on here, they see this heat press, and they do have a business. They see this heat press, and guess what they want to do? Make stuff. And they want to make stuff because it makes them feel good. But like I said, I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to make rent and you know the building and making sure we got stuff, you know, to do things with. That's what we're trying to do. So it's a different thank you, Rhonda. It's a different outlook when you talking to different people. You can't have a conversation with everybody. And that's what I had to learn. So it was a little bit depressing for me because I like talking about business and finances. This I could take it or leave it. This is something else I picked up. You know what I'm saying? I could take this. I'm being real. I could take this or leave it. But that I'm all right. That ain't good. There's a lot of stuff I don't even want to try. But the one thing I do know, I know about finances. There was this guy we were talking to at the event, and they do trading. They're trading, and they have a good job. They work at Boeing. That's a good job. I don't care if you cleaning up. You know what I'm saying? It's a good job. But anyway, we were talking about cash flow. We were talking about lowering taxes. We were talking about using that money to, even if you want to start investing more. And you know, just having that type of conversation was one of the things that gets me started. And I just don't understand why so many people reject helpful knowledge. And all I can say is that, you know, it's just that people like to struggle.
They do.
That's all I can come up with. They like to struggle.
And I don't.
I can't stand struggling, man. Like when I get hungry, it's like being hungry, man. When I get hungry, I gotta eat right then. Because I've already waited. When I tell my wife it's time to eat, I've already suppressed it for about hours. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like struggling. Being hungry is just like struggling for me. I went months. I went months in the desert at certain days, certain times, not being able to eat a full meal. And I said I wasn't gonna never be hungry again. So I equate that to the same thing to our financial life. I ain't gonna never be hungry again. You be starving me out, talking about I can make it. No, I can't. I'm weak. I got to eat. So what y'all think about graduation, man? Okay. All right.
You do it again for graduation?
What y'all think about graduation?
Get that graduation money.
Big L's. Well, yeah, that I want you to think about something. It's coming up. Or have y'all gotten any pre-graduation orders yet?
No, I haven't got.
You haven't gotten any yet?
See, here graduated until June, so probably more so April. I'll probably be getting them April or maybe May.
What you think? You don't think that's too late?
I think it's too late, but you know, people always last minute.
So how you gonna fix that? Is what I want to know.
Well, I'm about to start. I got a plan that I was going to start next week to start rolling some posts and stuff like that, and letting people know that they got to get their orders in before a certain date.
So what if they don't get their order in by a certain date? I guess that's the real question.
Because I mean, I don't do stuff last minute. I can't because that's how you mess up stuff.
You got to have some wiggle room, right?
Yeah, you got to have wiggle room. People don't understand that.
So what's last minute for you?
To me, if you wait a week for something that you want somebody to create and it take a lot of time, that's too short of a notice because anything could go wrong.
What about you, Pandora?
Too short.
I'm not gonna lie. I have taken some last minute.
orders
before. I have. I have. But I also, for me, I add a hefty fee onto that. So, but I don't think this year I'm going to do that. So I need for folks to actually start in April, the 1st of April for sure, because graduation at the university I work at is in May, and I think the high schools are in May too. So I don't want to be pressed for time this time because that's stress.
I hear y'all, I hear y'all. Can y'all hear me okay?
Okay.
I got a big mouth, man. I was never a drill sergeant in the military, but I got a big mouth. I can let it out. But for me, I guess the next question is, do you want the job? Do you want the job? Or are you willing to turn it down because it's too late? See,
I'm gonna turn it down because it's too late for me. Because I can't be pushing myself, staying up late, and I can't do that to myself. Then I'll be sick.
That's what's up, Tom.
Get other stuff. So no, I can't do that.
When
at a certain time.
when you don't have a standard as a business owner, and I know everybody don't want to hear this because everybody ain't business owner, so just ignore it. If it don't apply to you, just ignore it. But when you don't have standards as a small business owner, customers create standards for you.
Oh yeah.
I just left out of frame. You know what happens, right? Customers start telling you when you should have it done.
Then they go and they tell, you can go to so and so because she'll take it late. And then you got a whole bunch of, that's no.
So what you saying? You better stop taking them last minute jobs because they're gonna tell on you, right? I mean, take what you want to take within your ability, within your wheelhouse, but just know what I learned, because this is a last minute job. This is a last minute job. We technically, we give them what, 5 to 7 business days. So yeah, it's inside, kind of inside the window. It was only because we had an event that was taking place, and we had to go out of town. So I really couldn't really do. I was able to order the shirts, get them in. The shirts came in Thursday. So I guess he told me, he asked me on Monday, didn't he? I think he asked me on Monday. I came in Tuesday, and I was able to order the shirts on Tuesday, and it came in Thursday. And that's then fine. We had to roll out though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what's going on? That's fine. He gave you enough time.
Well, he kind of did, but he kind of didn't. You know.
It was up to your discretion.
But he paying for it though.
That's right.
Yeah, he ain't not paying for it. But the thing of it is that discretion part. The problem is so many people are pressed for orders. They end up taking anything. And now there's no room for error.
Yeah, because then they're gonna be all up, they want their money back and all this stuff. Everybody got no time for this.
No, I ain't doing that. There was a lady when they were doing those Chris Brown jerseys that happened too. The lady that ordered, she was mad because the business owner wasn't giving her a step-by-step.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Like, when is it gonna be ready and all this stuff, right?
Yeah, but then she got the jersey.
Give a step-by-step when you're trying to get the order out.
She got mad because the lady didn't respond back to her and let her know how far she had gotten. And I think most customers feel like they're your only customer.
Yeah, that's what they think. Like you're their only customer. But they don't do that. Listen, you could go order something from one of these big companies on, you can't call them people and ask them.
Yeah, they're not going to be available.
They will not be available. No, they will not. Let you know that we don't do that. They don't let you know straight to the back. We ain't doing that.
Look here, man. We work Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. We adjusted our hours so we can stay late or be available later for customers. So customers probably was thought we were working 10 to 5, and that's the phone cut off. We ain't talking to nobody, right? We adjusted it from 12 to 7. So you can call our phone, it rings at 7 o'clock. Well, customers probably would be like, hey, why you ain't just working from 10 to 7? Because we don't want to. I don't want to work from 10 to 5. You know what I'm saying? You want to go to your job? You know what I'm saying? So, but then we getting emails at 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday. And people are literally expecting you to respond. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Tom.
Crazy.
Well, Unrealistic expectations. That's what we call it. But here's the thing: we get them at 2 o'clock in the morning. We get them at all times, and customers really expect you to respond. But here's my take on that. I have two choices. I can turn my alerts off and just ignore everything, but I can't turn my alerts off because if I have a customer that's already out there that has an issue that needs to be addressed, guess what?
Yeah, that's
Or I can respond to them within 48 to 72 business hours, like we said we're going to do, and we still get customers that expect us to, respond right now. But you gotta set standards, and if you don't set standards, apart from a customer's unrealistic expectations, once again, there's different expectations of a small business owner than it is of a regular corporation or big box company. The expectations are different. They expect us to hustle. You know why? Because they see hustlers out there. Matter of fact, there's a hustler right now that's live on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. They hustling right now. Y'all not watching them. It's somebody. It ain't me because I ain't no hustler. I work hard, but I ain't no hustler. Somebody out there right now just flipping, and they're talking about how they hustling, and they're talking about how they getting it done, and this, that, and the other, and they expect that from everybody. That's a fool. I'm not gonna. People don't understand the concept of hustling. Is this? If I have to start something on Monday and I hustle until Friday, Saturday, or even Sunday, and I get nothing built, I have no structure, I have no system, I have nothing set up, I'm going to continue to hustle. That 365, 24/7, 365, and I've never established anything. And if I'm constantly hustling, then what does that leave me? That leaves me in the grave. That leaves me with no free time. That leaves me with no time to spend with my grandkids or my wife. That leaves me with no time to enjoy the fruits of my labor. And all it takes is for you to have some structure in your business. Now that conversation can't be had with everybody. But I guarantee you that if you had a job and your job told you that you had to do X, Y, and Z, and you'd be saying, hey, well, if you ain't paying me, I ain't doing it. It's the same concept. But for some reason, a business is a little bit different in people's eyes. I guess. I don't know. I would never know.
Like you say all the time, people think they are entitled.
You think so?
That's what they think. I mean, I've had them to be like that with me, trying to tell me how to set up my process. Even when I first started out, I never forget I was just starting out, and when I did a design for a cup for a lady that I know. If she didn't wear me thin, I quickly put in my process that I only do so many edits. And you paying up front, but you're not getting your money back.
You came from a long way, ain't you?
Whew. That's for real. Every time I did something, she found something else she didn't like or she wanted. I was like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. So after her, my plans went into effect.
Well, that's a learning curve because customers will set you up to learn. If we take it like that, we've had several customers that because of what we didn't do, and they saw a flaw in our system, they learned us quick. And I mean, I used to get upset, but then I started saying, man, I'm glad that happened early on in our business. And still 5 years later, I'm glad it happened early on in our business. That way we can adjust it because it can actually cost you some money. We got editor says, why did the roll pass? Are you telling a joke?
Wait, so why did the what?
Why did the roll pass? Roll pass, yeah.
ROLL?
Yeah, ROLL. I don't know. You got to clarify that one. But you know, that's one of the things, man, that we have to understand, that we cannot do everything as a small business. Most of us are single or solopreneurs. And that being said, a lot of people are not going to be able to do what we do. And we can't do everything. That's why it's important to get your people together so you can outsource some things. That's a whole nother conversation for another time, because folks don't want to do that either. Outsource.
They, you know, they look at you funny when you say outsource. I mean, come on, who wants to be sitting up here just like the girl said with the? I really want to answer the question because I'm not sitting up there doing that.
That's cool. But I mean, she's gonna learn, because she's not a business owner just yet. She's still at the crafting stage. So you got to realize, and we don't have to realize, but I realize that crafters, the reason why people watch this, the reason why people converted sublimation printers from regular printers to sublimation is because they want access.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's no other printers. There's DTF printers that was getting converted as well.
Yeah.
And
they are horrible.
And they end up throwing them away. But they're not. The sublimation was the first. Was the first idea of I'm going to convert this printer so I can have access. But access means I can do it anytime. That's what happens.
I was there too when I started out, but when I finally got a big order and I realized that I could outsource,
they don't know the difference.
No, and I didn't tell them the difference. I was just like,
they don't care. They just want to get the work done. So this person said they work in the sublimation industry. They're watching from Brazil. Shout out to you from Brazil. Okay. Says it's a shame that Facebook doesn't translate automatically. I'm sorry. Hopefully we can get it the next time. Try it again. Try the question again. Matter of fact, you know what? Say it in Spanish. Say it in your language. Brazil speaks Spanish, right?
Or
Portuguese. Say it in your native tongue. Say it in your native language, and I'll copy and use Google Translate. How about that? There's always a way. Now I'm surprised. I gotta be honest, y'all. I'm surprised that these shirts are coming out as well as they're coming out. I'm thankful.
Yeah,
I'm still surprised.
Don't be surprised.
Well, you know, I don't like these shirts. These shirts really give you no wiggle room because they're so thin. They're hard to lint roll. You know, it's a lot of stuff, man.
So it seems like what you the stack clean.
Yeah, it is.
All right, that's what's up.
So that's 7. Remember, I got to do front and back. So that's 7 one side. I got 15 total. I don't think we're gonna make it to 15, not tonight, because we're still working on those.
There's a question here on TikTok by Vanessa.
Okay, so what sublimation? What machine do you recommend for sublimation? I'm taking all this information in and considering doing shirts. Well, I recommend you first. That's a great question. I recommend you first check out your budget. You have to know your budget. You also have to understand that if you're sublimating as a hobby versus sublimating as a business owner, okay? But you want to check out your budget. I would recommend you getting a sublimation printer. Now, here's the deal. Most people are going to want, and it's going to be a little lengthy answer. Most people are going to want a wide format printer. Why? Because they're saying, hey, I can't do what I need to do with the 8.5 inch wide. The 8.5 inch wide printers are going to be the most affordable and cost-effective printers. We only use Epson over here, but there are Sawgrass printers, there's Brother printers, there's other off-brand printers that we've never heard of. But I recommend you doing your due diligence and looking at the sublimation printer. So once again, I recommend you first start off by going to our website and reading our blog. We got a blog on sublimation. It's free to read, but it's going to cost you if you don't know. All right. I see y'all to stop I see y'all to stop double tapping on TikTok. So I'm a double tap. I ain't gonna say nothing. Not y'all. I'm gonna cut the sound off. We're gonna be in silence. Y'all go ahead and like the video and share the video. Like and share the video. But read the blog. Read the blog on our website. Let me see. What kind of shirt is this? This is a C2 Sport. It's a dry fit shirt, Tamara. It's a dry fit shirt. Thank you, Maria. Appreciate it.
I used those before.
I have too. We used to sell them. And the funny part of it is, you know how people say, you know how crafters or business owners say, my customers don't like this type of shirt. Yeah, nothing to do with the customer. Or they say, hey, they don't like the polyester shirt or the way it feels. Well, if you buy 100% polyester shirt with a cotton feel, it's gonna feel like cotton. Wow. If you take out that jersey shirt, you won't know if it's polyester or not. Sure. So when people say polyester, most of them,
most old school polyester.
Yeah, with the butterfly collar. Yeah, that's what they think about. Hey, y'all, check this out. If you're on TikTok right now, if you have not done so, drop your city and state. Like the video, share the video. Also, double tap that screen if y'all gonna hang around. I'm looking for anybody who's looking for us. If it's your first time here, type of number 1 in the comments. Once again, if it's your first time here, type of number 1 in the comments. We're doing some sublimation shirts on silver C2 Sport dry fit 100% polyester sublimation shirts. Sublimation is a process that is a science. It's an ink dye process. One of the most important things besides the substrate and the ink and the printer is the temperature, the time, and the pressure. And if you guys are interested, you can go to the website. You can read the blog on sublimation. It explains to you what sublimation is. Also, we have wholesale sublimation transfers. Say that too fast, I won't get it. Wholesale sublimation transfers. They're $2 every day. The size for the garments are 11 inches wide. We have tumbler wraps as well. You got to buy a minimum of 15. So you get 2 for $2. So if you buy 1 transfer, you're actually getting 2. Drop a minimum of 15 in your shopping cart, you're getting them for $2. We also have wholesale every day, wholesale gang sheets, sublimation gang sheets. We just added, me and D, just added a 24 by 120 inch sublimation gang sheet. Imagine how many tumbler wraps you can get on that. All right. We made it a lot easier. Yes. Yeah. Made it a lot easier for people to actually do it. They can actually go in. I don't know if I pre-press it or not. They can actually go in. They can have our system or our software automatically add what you want. Once you put it in there, automatically add that thing. See, that's what I don't like, man. I lint rolled it. Now I got some lint on it. Once you press that sucker, it's over with. So now I'm gonna try to see if I can get this thing down here. Got him. Cover up that old lint. I'm anal retentive when it comes to sublimation, man. So yeah, that's what we're doing, guys. So we are suppliers and vendors. If you do sublimation and you're using a paper, I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but not once have I put butcher paper on my transfer. Why? Because our paper doesn't bleed. So there's no need. Shalom, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. So hey Darlene, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Checking in out of Cincinnati, Ohio. So our sublimation paper does not bleed. So if you're looking for sublimation paper, go to our website. You can check it out. We have the bleed-free sublimation paper. You never have to use butcher paper with our sublimation paper to worry about it bleeding. So you can take that A-sub paper, that koala paper, or any other paper that bleeds, and y'all can throw that away. Do what I did. I use mine to write notes on. You know, I give our A-sub paper to our grandkids. They can draw on it. You know what's funny? They actually liked one of our posts the other day. A-sub.
Your grandkids?
No, A-sub. Yeah. Yeah, one of our posts about screen prints. They liked it. It was pretty cool. Thought it was funny actually. Anyway, we don't have anything in common. Our quality. I mean, our quality doesn't exceed their quantity in sales, but our quality does exceed their quality. So. So yeah, this
Can
is.
I ask you an off-topic question?
Yes, ma'am.
The banner.
Yes, ma'am.
Did it turn out right, or you haven't did it yet?
We haven't done it yet. You sent it?
I
Email?
did.
Was the last text that you sent me? Or you
Yeah.
emailed? I need you to email it, honey.
Oh, God.
It's okay. It's okay. Huh? So check this out, right? I want you to remember this. Keep it in mind. Anytime you good. You got enough time. We know what time it is. Anytime you text us an image, this is for anybody, y'all. Anytime we text an image, it loses its properties.
Okay.
It loses the image quality. So be mindful of that, y'all.
People don't understand. They see stuff by the phone and they be like, "Oh, but you print or you pull it up, it's all pixelated."
People. She talking about you, Pandora.
I don't need to talk. I'm just saying some of the customers, and I'll be like, "Listen, there's a website, there's an email. You upload it on your software that you use to upload it."
Well, this was a little different. In her defense, we have been going back and forth with email. Was it Wednesday and Thursday, Pandora?
I think so.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So yeah. So to her defense, that was it. And technically, I was supposed to say, "Hey, is it ready?" But once again, we were in route. We were en route. But y'all know our anniversary is this week.
Okay.
So, and happy belated birthday, Pandora. I'm sorry, I forgot. But y'all anniversary is this week, so we shutting it down. So I don't know what y'all need, but y'all better get it before Wednesday. Because if y'all need something, that's as much as my personal information I'm gonna share with y'all on this business page. Our anniversary is this weekend, and we ain't gonna be here. So I don't know what y'all need, but if it's something that you need, you better get it now. Because if not, you're gonna be hurting. Charlene Brown, you trying to get in? I'm gonna see if there's something wrong with your phone or not.
I'm gonna send this right now.
I don't think so. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, so we're gonna be enjoying ourselves, man, and we're gonna turn off the business mode for the weekend. And I'll take some pictures and I'll show y'all when we get back. But other than that, but for the people who do have my phone number, my personal cell phone number, y'all know if y'all need something, y'all can reach me via text, and if we need to talk, we will. D said, Well, that's that. Right. Because it ain't but a handful of y'all that have my number. Matter of fact, y'all two have my number.
I ain't gonna bother you.
Let them cook. She said, "You a lie." She said, "You a lie." Thank you, John. I appreciate it. John say, happy anniversary to both of y'all. I hope it's to both of us, John. I'm messing with you, man. John said it to both of you, man. Yeah, we're gonna enjoy some time, man. Some much needed time. You know what? I'm gonna say this. This ain't off topic. This is not off topic. It is, but it's not.
See,
We'll do this in our private setting. What's up?
every time I try to send it from my Google email, my Gmail account.
Is it too big?
Yes.
Okay, so what I need you to do is upload it to your Google Docs. See, not your Docs, your Google Drive. And then send a link.
So you're going to upload it to your Google Drive as if you were just saving a document, okay?
Okay, let me figure this out.
I got you. I'm going to talk you through it. We here together. See how that works?
Okay.
Yeah. See, y'all, this is the benefit of networking, because it's a lot of stuff that people ask, and they'll ask, and I know people really don't mean any harm, especially on social media platforms. They don't mean harm. They get on here and they look for answers. Right? We got some people on YouTube that are, I think everybody that's on pretty much on YouTube and Facebook, they're our customers. They've shopped with us before, right? Or we're intermingled. They're in our circle. I have no problem answering questions from start to finish from somebody who's already doing business with us.
Mm-hmm.
Watch I wipe everything off. But, because y'all said when they say but, you just eliminate everything you just said. However, there's a lot of customers or pre-customers. I say pre-customers like a preteen. There's a lot of pre-customers that ask questions, right? And they want the answers. And then they want to go somewhere else and shop. I think not. You ain't going to Walmart and buying their stuff and then going to Target and saying, hey, how can you work this? You ain't gonna go to Lowe's and buy something from Lowe's and then go to Home Depot and say, well, I bought this from Lowe's. Can y'all tell me how to work this? We ain't doing that.
Of course not.
Yeah, so don't do it over here. Because we not having it. They said, well, why you can't just tell me? Because I'm a gatekeeper. And right now I'm keeping the gate.
So you're keeping the gate?
I'm keeping the gate, man. Even if I gave you the key, you ain't gonna use it.
Some people will not.
They don't use it, man. I already know. So that part. I don't know, D. I'm doing pretty well right now. Yeah. I think we need to keep this thing rolling.
Hey, D.
Hey y'all, what's going on?
Pretty good. You in the cut back there. We ain't
She
seen.
better hide from the camera. She know she don't like to be on live.
I'm engaged with something.
Y'all know she don't like to be live. But yeah, that's one of the things. I think that's one of my biggest for me as a business owner, and everybody probably won't agree, but for me, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Labria Creations, how are you? Labria says, Labrea, I'm sorry, I may have said that wrong. Do you print screen print? I need for family reunion order. So this is what I want you to do. Labrea, I am going to type our email address. So short answer is yes. So that's our email address, Labrea. You see that? And then what I want you to do is I want you to email us specifically. Hey, this is me. I have a family reunion order that I'd like to submit. Make sure you upload the information, how many colors it's going to be. Got it, Pandora. Just got an email. Uh-oh.
Check it for me.
I can't. I'm working. D got it. Yeah, email us. Be very specific, honey, about what you need. And then from there, we'll let you know what the cost is going to be, the MOQ and all that good stuff. When is your family reunion? Because we don't do last minute stuff. That's not directed to you, but I just thought want to know. Pandora, I think you were you might have been our second family reunion order.
Really?
Since we had started, yep. You are our second. July. Oh, you're in good shape.
Actually, pressing that family reunion order was
really... double hockey sticks.
No, it was not. It was not. It was easy, and it was refreshing. That I didn't have to worry about blowouts and all of that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, just knowing that when I put it on the shirt and press it, I'm done.
And a lot of people don't realize that family reunion shirt is usually a one-time wear.
Yeah.
So
For most people, unless they just wear t-shirts all the time.
I don't know what you're gonna do. Wear it as a night shirt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but even if you do that, you know, you're not gonna wear that family reunion shirt next year. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
It'll be a different, you know, a different look, a different get up. But a lot of folks don't understand that you want to keep a family reunion shirt simple. There's nothing wrong with doing multiple colors, but in my opinion, doing more than 2 colors, 3 at the most, you're doing a lot. That's just my opinion. You know, folks want what they want.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start, because remember, we're over here printing, right? And you're designing.
Mm-hmm.
So when printing meets designing, you see a lot of different things, right? So when I see a lot of different designs, and I see a lot of, in my opinion, a lot of unnecessary stuff, because a lot of people's crafting behavior kicks in. It's one color? Now you better go ahead and email us. I'm excited. Yeah, more than 2 colors. We pushing it. Let me see. Can you sublimate on wood? Not directly. You would have to have some type of poly coating. And then remember, since the wood is usually brown, you want to have some type of white because there's no white on the background. Now, if you're happy with putting like some laminate on the wood, let's say the wood is light brown and you're happy with putting that laminate on the wood, and you can actually, you know, put that on there, the colors are not going to be as vibrant and pop. Yeah, Tamara, I'm a gatekeeper. I am. Miss Rhonda said, hey, well, can you send it again, Pandora, but as a PDF, please? Is it possible to do that?
Okay.
So you have to save it. When you go back there and send it, it should give you an option to save as. Yeah. What platform you designing?
Affinity.
It should give you the option to do PDF. So go there.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of like when I did on the box. When I did the box for our ink, I actually put laminate on it, right? So put the box ink there. Don't mind me, I'm all over the place. I can't find it right now. I probably could if I tried. But I put laminate on it, and that laminate has that polyurethane or poly on it. You know what I'm saying? So that helps you to kind of get what you need. But you can do wood, but it can't be directly to the wood. Has to be some type of coating on that thing. So we got in last night about 10, right at 10. We got in last night right about 10, and we decided to sleep in. Realized there was no food in the house, so we had to go out and get some food today. So we had to go shopping. I was gonna tell you that we had to go make groceries. That's what the country people say. We had to go make groceries.
That's what some of them say.
Yeah, we make groceries. But then I realized as I got older, like, you know, how do you make groceries? You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I've never heard of that.
Well, you ain't never heard me talk about going to make groceries, then. I'm the country when I say it.
That's something to know. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, we're going to make groceries.
Yeah, and I live in the country, and I have never understood why people say
Don't do that. You've been around that college too long. Don't act like that.
We still in the country.
You've been around the folks at the college too long. Don't do that.
We are still in the country, Eric.
Yeah. Don't denounce your countryness. Trying to make me sound weird. It makes sense to me.
But in all actuality, I'm not a country girl.
Okay, what part of Mississippi are you from?
I'm actually from Los Angeles.
Okay.
Oh, really?
How long have you lived in Mississippi?
I know I've been here forever.
Give it up.
Forever.
How long?
For 55 years.
So,
Oh, wow.
so you from Mississippi?
Yeah, you're from Mississippi.
Yeah.
Wow.
I honestly don't know anything about California
Yeah, I don't know why you brought it up.
because I like to tell people I'm not a Mississippi girl.
Well, yeah, you are. You may have not started out as one, but your birthday say something different. Don't it? Huh?
Birthday say something different.
Yeah, you've been in Mississippi for a long time. Right?
Yes, I've been in Mississippi for a long time.
So you're a Mississippi girl now. They own you. They got you. You belong to them.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm always gonna claim New York City, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. That's it.
I mean,
I lived there the majority of my life. I lived there till I was 30-something years old. And
I'll never claim Columbia, South Carolina. I've always
I
been
ain't claiming this way.
Louisiana, Baton Rouge.
I surely ain't claiming this right here. I'm Bed-Stuy till I die. That's it.
Where are you?
I'm in Connecticut, in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Okay.
It's an hour away from New York City, so I work there. I work in New York City. I needed to find some place where I could live because living in New York City is too much. I
know. I've been there twice.
Steve say New York City.
I had to get somewhere where I need some peace. Then it wasn't a job. When you come home, you gotta try to find a place to park. It's a job. You gotta get up. You gotta move your car from side to side, or you get your car towed. I think one year I gave the city of New York about $5,000. That's how many times my car got towed.
Anybody got time for that?
That's what I'm saying.
At all.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah. So it's like I got to go. So I moved here.
That definitely would not be a place that I would want to live anyway. I visited twice, but
people love, people try to. I be like, man, you don't know. So many people I know be so happy to get away from New York. When you were young, because I moved. Let me see. We moved. I was kind of young, like in late 20s, early 30s. We moved to Georgia, and I really wanted to come back to New York. When I got older, I was like, man, I can't take living there.
mm-mm.
John say he's got a sister that used to live in West Haven.
Oh, okay. West Haven. West Haven is about a half an hour away.
Tell Ms. D to disregard that email I just sent.
You heard it, D?
Okay.
Because it still took it as a PNG. Okay, let me try this one more time. Save. Export.
So I'm going into the larger sizes now, y'all. I'm on the 2X's right now. And the larger it gets, the harder it's going to be to do on that 15 by 15. So, but like my wife said, I can't go home until it's done. That's what she just said.
So I just knew because I was gonna call you, but I figured I said, nah, they probably tired.
Oh, they are. They are tired.
They are.
Yeah, but I mean,
But I figured that you was gonna be here.
I wasn't gonna be here. But since we went out to make some groceries, and we got a deep freezer. We have not a deep freezer upright in the office. So had to bring some stuff over here. I said, well, may as well see what we can see, right? If I can get these to them tomorrow, because remember, we got our other orders to do for the customers that ordered on the blank spot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that stuff has to be done. You know, what I noticed, there's a lot of impatient customers out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wish they stop finding us. What? I'm sure. It's a lot of unrealistic expectations out there for people who say that they're business owners. They have a lot of unrealistic expectations. And I think what's happening is people are getting caught up taking orders that they probably should not be taking. Maria said New York too cold for her. I concur.
I ain't never felt no cold like this ever. This was like North Pole cold.
Yeah, I've had that. I don't want any parts of it.
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here, but I'm selecting export this as a PDF, and it keeps giving me a PNG file.
All right.
On what software?
Affinity.
Oh, I don't know how to use that.
So this is what I want you to do. You ready?
I'm listening.
Before you panic,
Because you know your friend, don't you?
what I want you to do is I want you to pull up your favorite chat, whether it's Google, Gemini, or ChatGPT, and then ask it how to convert it into a PDF. That's what happens when you take last minute orders with no backup plan. Well, you know, I actually, and this is just, y'all know, I'm just talking. So don't, judge or don't judge. That's when you happen when you take last minute orders. You can drop the other part off. the no backup plan part. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you take last minute orders, because remember, I said this earlier. Some people are desperate. Some people are desperate for orders. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Have you ever done something, was successful at it, and then you were so excited and proud that you were able to do it? Anybody?
Yes.
What you say, D? You say you too? D said her too. So this is what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to act like that happens all the time. Act like you always getting orders. You don't have to go run out there and tell everybody I got my first order. But y'all looking for somebody to celebrate with you? You looking for a pat on the back? I mean, that's cool. But act like you've been here before, And that's what ends up happening. You get to the point to where you've never been there before. And I know that may sound a little strange. A lot of people may reject what I'm saying, and that's cool. But you end up somewhere. You end up somewhere that's unfamiliar. And you're saying, hey, I'm super excited that I got an order. But did you ever once think about, were you able to complete that order? Are you in a position to do that order? See, what happens is this. You cannot talk to any company, doesn't matter big or small, about a last minute order before you actually find out if they are in a position to handle that last minute order. Monet, you trying to come up?
Somebody else will go too. What happened?
That's a problem. Monet, you trying to come up? And it puts a certain taste in business owners' mouths, especially smaller businesses, because I think once again what happens is people tend to think that they're our only customer.
Mm-hmm.
You think we can live with just one customer? I think not. Hey there, Monet. What's going on? You trying to get off or you trying to get on? You trying to get off or you trying to get on?
No, I don't know how that happened.
Okay, I can get you off, honey.
I'm not trying to get on.
Don't worry about it. I got you.
Thanks.
So, I don't worry about it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, just so you need know what you need to do. You need to communicate too. Double tap that screen.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I will.
All right. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye bye. All right. So yeah, man. What ends up happening is we take these last minute orders, not even knowing if they can be done or be facilitated by your vendor. And what ends up happening is a lot of times, you find yourselves, we find ourselves in a position to where we're looking a certain type of way because we accepted an order and we didn't give ourselves any grace time, any grace period, right? So what's y'all's no later than time? I know you're doing something, Pandora, but what's your no later than time?
At least 5 days before you need it.
5 days or 5 business days? I'm just trying to find out because there's a difference.
Well, I'm saying days, not business days.
So you may want to revamp that. Because see, 5 days means they're gonna be emailing you at 6:30 on a Sunday morning. Or Friday or late Friday night. And they don't know how to count. See, I never started at 1. It was always, I never started at 0, it was always 1. Right?
Okay, I'm going to put that. I wrote that in my notes.
Well, I want you to think about it.
I get it. When you said it, I got
it. Yeah. Tamara says she preferred 2 weeks notice. And it's about what your schedule is and how much you can actually do. Because Tamara, you work at nights, right? Tamara on the night shift. So now, if you say 5 days and they hit you Friday morning at 2:30 a.m., they thinking that Friday counts as a day. Oh man, you should see some of the emails we get.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I can learn how to laugh now. Hey man, listen, don't put no time limit on when you think we should be shipping your stuff out. We already got one. we already got a time limit. You know what I'm saying? What about you, Latrice? What's your processing time?
When I make an order, or how much time do they need to give me? Which one is it?
Okay, so now what's the time that they need to give you?
They need to give me 7 business days.
7 business days. So that means if I hit you up on a Wednesday, so do I count Wednesday as that day?
Nope. The next day.
The next day starts?
That's right.
D, I think we might need to make that in a sentence and put it in a paragraph. The day that you order does not count the day that we start.
Because 24 hours is
because nobody, but see, here's the thing, and you're right. Absolutely. I agree 150%. But people count differently when they're ordering something. But when it's being ordered on their side, it's not.
It's not, yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, but you gotta clarify, But it's all about policy because all they can do is I'm starting to learn that as long as it's on your site and they see that there, that if they have to do a chargeback, then what's your saying, Eric? You always say this. Documentation beats conversation, right?
Every day.
Every day. So that documentation is what is what if you have it written in 7 to 10 business days or whatever it is, and it says the first business day is 24 hours after you order it or whatever it is. To make it clear, that's how it should be written. Because all these companies always have stuff in the fine print for us too, right?
Yeah.
We have to be like, oh, well, it was right there. So we gotta do the same kind of business.
Absolutely. And Shaquille made something very, very clear that I was just, it made me think about it. She was like, don't just have it down in your shipping and processing policy. have it other places on your website as well.
And on the product page, what I like to use on Shopify is that collapsible roll.
Yeah.
That's where you put a lot of that stuff at. Another thing that I learned how to do on Shopify, because I was adamant. The pages, like you can make different pages, and I learned how to do that. I learned how to make different templates. So let's say, with my orders, on my products, different type of products, I would have different templates for them.
Yeah.
So if I had a shipping policy for one thing, or some type of policy, or put the pressing instructions, I use those different templates. I created different templates. So when they click on a product, it has a different, whatever it is that's related to that product that I want them to know. So I think that, learning how to use those platforms and, to get it to do what you needed to do.
But that all involves having systems in place.
Yeah. I take a lot of time doing these things. It's only me. So I take a lot of time.
That will save your time having those systems in place. I'm telling you, man. And then there's no back and forth then.
No, there's no back and forth. I forgot what you call these. Like, I'm not like a policy document type of person. That's the type of thing. I don't like interacting with people too much. I like to do stuff like this.
So you don't like people?
I should explain. I do, but some people always got angle, and I don't got time for that.
That's that up north stuff right there. See, us folk down south, we don't think like that. I just don't like people.
Oh.
I just don't. So here's my take. Here's my take on what you said, right? Here's my take on what you said. I'm trying to build a business.
Amen.
And building a business doesn't mean creating a job, which is what we did. That means that we have to do the work. Once we get to the place where we can hire people, we can sit back and quarterback and navigate. We're still running a business, but we're working on the business instead of working in the business. A lot of people that are ordering from us won't understand that part. So now I have time to work on policies.
Yeah.
I can work on my business instead of in my business. When our hands are in our business, we deal with people too much. I get it. You go to Lowe's, you go to Home Depot, there's a self-checkout, and there's no interaction. All humans want to be touched. They want that personal touch. They want that personal interaction. They can't get it at corporate, so they're going to come to small business. They're going to demand it. And one of the biggest mistakes that we made in our business is made our faces visible. Yeah, people love the personal touch, but you can't grow like that. You have to get to the point to where you can actually grow and elevate. Now, if you're going to stay that type of business model, there's nothing wrong with it. But if your vision is something a little bit more, then you have to think about that. Yeah, it's in our terms of service. Yeah, you got to put in your terms of service as well and acknowledge it. That's right. That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Grace. Yeah, terms of service. Yeah.
Yep. Terms of service. You put it on those product pages.
Once you have it posted in several places, it's gonna make a lot of difference, man. Man, I think I got 3 more shirts to do on the back.
So you could, you never know. You get, if you got to fight, the people that's, that make the determination is, they can be like, oh, well, it was only in this place and they really couldn't see it. But if you got it all over that website and it's in this place and that place, and you got, especially to check the, what you call those things? Like, do you agree? Type agree or select agree or disagree or whatever it is. That's on the all that stuff is on when you make the order. That's all on your order page. When the customer receives their order, all that stuff is there.
Like Eric does. Eric does that too.
Yeah.
So that right there is all your documentation do, because it says it that please allow 5 to 7 business days or 7
do you agree? Yeah. Kind of like with our gang sheets, man. You cannot upload any images. Can't upload any images unless you agree. Let's see. Grace says it's on the invoice. Yeah, we're not doing invoices on the website, but yeah, you can put on the invoice as well. Once again, it's those terms and conditions. So you have to do the right, Grace. Steve, what you talking about over there? Steve be playing the devil's advocate. I gotta be watch. I gotta read Steve's stuff first. I gotta read Steve's stuff first to myself, and then. No, I'm kidding. Let me see. When I had mine, walk. It was every day. Let's see. They want it as soon as possible. Like I said, in the 3 blocks, it's different places to go for the So I mean, you gotta be very clear, because what happens is once again, a lot of customers will try to dictate when something should be done or how long it should take. Like I'm not doing anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I got a friend that I did their church shirts, and she was like that, trying to tell me when I should have them done.
Yeah. Yeah, we ain't gonna be friends too long. You acting like that.
I just haven't dealt with her. I didn't bother with her this year with her order.
Yep. That's how you be like, please. That's how one lady, she was ordering from me all the time. Her attitude was like she was too demanding and stuff, man. I was like, I ain't messing with you, and I stopped taking orders. I stopped taking, stop.
What's that saying? Our money ain't good money.
No, it's not. And sometimes a lot of hustles ain't gonna want to hear this, because I know y'all out there watching. All them hustles that's on TikTok that ain't commented they city and state and ain't said it's their first time here. I know y'all watching, because there's people that's watching that's not on the live. That's what y'all do. Y'all ain't fooling me. I already know, because I always say stuff that people don't like. I like that. I like to not agree with people. I'm a man. That's a masculine trait. I'm not agreeable. But I'm gonna give you something to think about, thought-provoking things. I want y'all to understand something. Hustlers ain't gonna understand all money ain't good money. See, I will fire a customer in a minute. My wife will tell you, man. I start having that conversation, and when I go down that road, and this person keep on coming back and forth and say, hey, just give them their money back, because we have a no refund policy unless we mess up. It has to be something that we did wrong. But if I get to the point of I'm giving your money back, I'm blocking your IP. You ain't shopping with me no more. And I'm looking at your name. You got to shop with your mom or your dad or your cousin, sister, brother. You got somebody else email go out to pop up. You laughing? I'm serious. You're not gonna work my nerves. And I hear people all the time say, well, you know what? That's not how big business works. You say you want to be Walmart will they will trespass you in a minute. Walmart will trespass you from their business in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
There's no difference. I don't have time, man. I got stuff I need to do.
What happened to Princess Goddess?
Latrice, she probably popped out by mistake. So she might have had a phone call. What, you don't want to be on here with me by yourself? I'm surprised you had time to come on. I know you was working. You getting ready for your event?
Yeah.
What's your theme?
I'm really trying to focus on graduation stuff. I'm throwing some Mother's Day stuff in there because that's coming up next. I don't know. I might put a few things of Juneteenth in there. I think I got some prints still of Juneteenth.
Do we have our booklet to take custom orders?
Still working on it. Still working on it. Sometimes I think it's not enough hours in the day for me because I'm the secretary at my church, so I'm dependent on for a lot of stuff there. Then work. I try to do a lot of my stuff at work though.
Yeah, you might not want to say that out loud. Somebody might be watching. You don't have nobody from work on your TikTok? All right. So you find out. You'll find out. Hey, you doing personal stuff at work, huh?
I get what's asked of me to do and what I'm supposed to do. I do that first.
Yeah. I got you.
But then when I'm sitting there bored, I have to have something to do.
You don't got to explain to me. I can't hire you. I ain't gonna be the deciding factor. I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm just saying. I can't hire you. No man. But now, man, it's a lot of people. Say your phone had died. There's a lot of people that won't agree with what I'm saying, but all money is not good money. So, but anyway, Pandora, make sure you get your little custom order sheets to take custom orders. Also, they'll post what I said about Walmart trespassing. They'll post your picture fast too. You're right, Tam. They will. They'll post that picture fast. Also, say Mother's Day, Juneteenth. I don't know if you got Easter going on. Easter, maybe.
Didn't include Easter.
I got you.
For one, I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you can print up some generic designs, you might be able to move something right there. I don't know, but I got you. Easter's kind of one of those holidays. It's kind of a hit and miss.
Yes.
Kind of a hit and miss, man.
Well, it seems like all people want is just, in my opinion, it's Easter baskets for the kids.
Well, there's a lot of crap that's out there doing them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of tore down. There's a lot of tore down, broke down baskets out there. Busted, ragged, and rusted. I know I don't have the equipment to do the cutting properly, but I seen some stuff on God. Oh, look like somebody was shaving with a dull razor. That one they're gonna be on the highlights. that clip gonna be on the highlights, y'all. Yeah, you gotta have, and I'm gonna say her name again. She ain't watching this, but she ain't gonna mind. Like Shaquille be saying, man, you gotta have the right tools, man. And I say that too. You gotta have the right tools for the job.
That's why I was upset with the sublimation. I knew right away that using that Epson, whatever 7720 was the wrong thing to do.
Well, you were in a better position using the 7720 than these people out here using these eco tanks. I promise you that. Yeah, I promise you that.
I was gonna say my 7720 did okay.
Well, I mean, the colors are still gonna be off. The colors are gonna still be off.
I always get errors, and I'll always get what you call it, the streaks.
Oh, the pinwheels?
No, like when it was time for a prehab cleaning, you know how they do those
lines.
You know why?
All the time.
So your nozzles weren't good. Your nozzle check wasn't good. So you probably need to push the air through. How I know? Go to the YouTube channel, The Blank Spot, and you'll see a video that my wife did some years ago about pushing air through. So if anybody has a Epson desktop 7000 series printer, or anything that takes the refillable cartridges, there's a push air through method that'll get that thing out there to push that ink through those nozzles. Okay.
Well, as soon as they came out with that,
Iris, how you doing? Huh?
Which one? It's in the real sublimation printer.
Yeah.
I have no problem. But it just wasn't big, so I said use it to make black stuff and small things. I didn't worry about the big stuff.
Well, I mean, you know, and this has always been my recommendation. Say, Grace, you watched the video? Grace, you been following us? Grace, don't tell me you following us and I ain't know it. Yeah, don't follow us here, Grace. You don't have to follow us on TikTok, but make sure you hit us up on our YouTube and our Facebook, please, and thank you. Yeah, we don't care about TikTok. I mean, no offense to y'all on TikTok. Just saying, we get some unsavory personalities on TikTok. But now, yeah, that push air through it works well. So we just converted one of our 77 7710 or 20, I think 7720s back to a regular printer because we're getting ready to dive into some other things. So with our son and his business that he's about to launch, we're gonna need to be able to print. And we got a lot of printers in here. So nobody's gonna keep on buying printers when we have perfectly good working printers. So we just converted that back.
I tried to convert my 7720 to an eco tank.
Yeah.
That didn't work too well.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Huh?
It was somebody.
The same way with
Somebody
15,000.
doing on YouTube?
I did. I
Eco
was
solvent. Eco solvent, right?
Uh-huh.
You mean eco solvent?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, eco solvent. Yeah, we heard you say eco tank.
I'm sorry.
We all tripping. We all tripping over that one.
I'm sorry.
I was listening to you had me tuned in, eco tank. I mean, you can do the CISS, the continuous system, if you have the setup. Why thank you, Tamara. So we started YouTube, y'all, back about 5 years ago, man. We're coming up on our 5th year anniversary as well for the Blank Spot. And we won't be giving things away. But we won't be giving any things away for free like most people do on their anniversary for their business. Because we're already doing it. Doing it. But in order for us to do that, we may have to do some discounts and kind of incorporate it. But anyway, we coming up on our 5th year anniversary, and the first thing we did was we started making YouTube videos. And I went back, Pandora, this is to you. I went back looking at those videos from where I first started, where D first started doing video content, and we've seen so much growth.
Okay.
That's 5 years ago, in May. So we've seen so much growth. So I want you to think about that while you're, I don't want to say wanting to get it perfect, but wanting to get it just right. I want you to think about the growth, because you know who else is going to see the growth? Your customers.
I was just going to say my customers.
Your customers are going to see the growth, and with your growth should be some type of consistency. And with that consistency, more people are going to be drawn to you. So we're going to talk about that on Tuesday as well. We're going to talk about not just the Facebook and how to get monetized and different things you can do before you get the amount of followers, but we're also going to talk about on Teachable Tuesday the video content that you share. And once again, I'm just sharing what I'm learning. The video content that you share and the different things that you can add to your video content to get people interested and to get them to acknowledge the content. So it's really important to get people to engage with you. Be honest with you, it's easy. It's easier to get monetized on YouTube than it is to get monetized on Facebook.
For real?
You need 1,000 followers and 4,000 watch hours. For Facebook, you need 5 to 10,000, but you can actually start to monetize different things like subscriptions. I don't know if y'all noticed, I just recently shared a video about my subscriptions. So if you're able to create subscriptions on Facebook, then you're doing really well right now.
I wasn't even able to go live on my piece Faithful Creations page on Facebook.
Can you go live? You can't go live yet?
Not on P's Faithful Creations, but I can on Pandora P.
Yeah, you know why?
Pandora.
Because
I don't have enough followers and something else they say.
yeah, so we working on that. That's what we should be working on.
How many followers do you need? Because I only got like 300. Go live.
I only have 136 on my P's Faithful Creations.
Charlene's
Go live.
on the outside looking in. When y'all pop in, it automatically asks you, do I want to invite y'all? Charlene, I know you don't want to come in, so I'm gonna leave you alone. She just liked the live.
Oh, that's okay. I thought you invited me. It just automatically.
Nah. I invited you. I saw you back. Let's see. Maria says, looking forward to that. I have a hard time putting a live video. I could put a photo, but actual live. So this is what I want y'all to think about. I said this before the other night, Maria. Try doing just a regular video and then uploading it. And I recommend not just a video, but a reel. I want y'all to do something. I want y'all to do a 15-second reel. 15 seconds. Watch this. Y'all ready? 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1002. I'm at 12, 15 seconds right now.
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
And you know, my video probably was about that long.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
I waited for some people to come in. And then I just went ahead and started and did my spinning of the wheel and got off of there after I introduced myself and thanked people for participating.
Yep. The thing about Facebook, social media in itself, if you're looking for a live audience, you have to give it time to populate. If you just have to be in front of somebody, you got to give it time to populate. And it's usually 10 to 15 seconds. I mean, 10 to 15 minutes, excuse me, for people to start getting on. Charlene said, I was wondering what was happening. Now you good. I ain't going to let you in. I know you don't want to come in. This is the hot seat up here. Yes, ma'am.
So if you do know it takes that long, what should you do in the meantime while you're waiting for people to jump on?
That's what I was just thinking. Like, what am I going to do?
Talk to yourself.
Oh, okay. Well,
You're not. So I want you to think about it. It may take 10 to 15 minutes for people to start actually engage for the algorithm to get pushed out, but that doesn't mean that you don't still share your message. So in that 10 to 15 minutes, you're going to be talking about introductions. Hello, my name is, I ain't telling y'all my name, because I want y'all to remember the company, not the name. Mm-hmm. This is the Blank Spot with Sublimation Blanks t-shirt transfer. Somebody ordered the. Okay. We're located. If it's your first time, make sure you follow us. Make sure you like, you share. If you're broadcasting on if you are broadcasting on different platforms, you make sure you let them know that you're broadcasting on different platforms and ask them to go over there and follow, like, and subscribe to those platforms. The timer is going to go by fast. It really is. It's going to seem like it's dragging because, once again, when you are going live, you by yourself.
Uh-huh.
It's scary out there, huh? Ask me how I know.
It's for me, for real.
For real. This ain't real talk. It's scary out there. But let me ask you a question. Do you drive to work by yourself or do you carpool?
I drive to work by
Let's
myself.
get it then. Let's get it. That's it. Everything that you do before the game is practice. Everything that you do before the game is practice. So that means that even if you say, hey, you know what, y'all, this is my first time going live, and I'm a little bit nervous. So if y'all can like my video and share my video, it probably calm my nerves down a little bit. I mean, you talk to people on live like you would talk anyway. Most people don't mind you being transparent. I'm not saying tell all your business, But most people
Right.
don't mind you being transparent and normal and natural. Everybody's not going to be a radio or television personality. But you have a conversation. You think about the most comfortable person you feel like talking to, and you have a conversation with that person. You think about that person, you have the conversation. You're talking about your business. You're talking about your product. You're talking about what you can do and how you can add value to somebody. You got to remember why you're going live. The reason I'm going live is because of X, Y, and Z. And when people start coming on and they start to engage, it's going to be a lot easier. It don't get that easy, but it gets easier. Let a few loyal customers know that you will be going live at a certain time. That will help as well to announce that you're going live. I hate to sound like this. I know a lot of people get tired of me. Most people don't care.
Okay.
So you're not going live for them. I need y'all to remember that. Please, everybody. You're going live for yourself and your business. The other people that happen to see, they just getting a free show.
Okay. Because I actually did do a 30-minute thing saying that I was going live in 30 minutes with the giveaway.
Okay. Then you come back and say, I'm going live in 15 minutes. Then you come back and say, I'm going live in 10. I'll be live in 5. I know. It's tedious, right?
Yes.
But do you want people to be live or not?
I do want the engagement, yes.
So now, in order to get the engagement, it doesn't come automatically. The engagement comes with consistency. So I want you to imagine this, and this is for everybody. Once again, if y'all listening, I have these crazy little sayings and things that I do. Some of y'all gonna agree, some of y'all gonna think something wrong with me. I really don't care. I got enough trouble trying to deal with me, so I don't, it doesn't bother me. You go to a job, the first time going to a job, depending on when you hit that pay period, it may take you 3 weeks to get paid. But you go back to work every day in hopes to get that paycheck in 2 weeks. That's called consistency. Now, I don't know why you mad at me because I said that. So why do you think that going live one day, one time, is gonna get people to say, hey, they're consistent, or get Facebook to say with the algorithm, with the meta to say that you're consistent. Your consistency is a repetition.
So of course I understand the word consistency and repetition.
Okay.
But how many times would you recommend?
So stop. You go live till you get tired. So if you got time to go live, go live. If you don't because you had a 9 to 5, I get it. So then what happens is you want to schedule yourself. I don't know if you when I first started doing this, I started scheduling time to go live. Because I know I have the free time to go live, but I really don't, but I do. I have the freedom, but not the free time. So I made that a part of my schedule. So you can't go live specifically at the high optimal times, but there is a time that you can go live. So go back and look at that. Go back and look at that Facebook. Go back and look at that the class that we had on social media, and look at the optimal times to post.
Yeah.
Pick one of those times to go live.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be every night. You can start off once a week and name it something.
Okay.
Whispering Wednesday. Wishes Wednesday. I don't care. Call it something. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens is people are going to start looking for you at that time. See, I deviated from 10:30. You know why? I've been testing this thing out for the last 3 months. I've been testing. I'm telling you this now. People don't know. When I was going live at 10:30 in the morning, people were right on. They were Johnny on the spot. That's a good time. So now I'm going live randomly. I'm trying to see who's following us.
Okay.
It's a difference between somebody following you and somebody watching you. See, these are, huh?
I want to tell you something.
Yes, ma'am.
So on TikTok, right? I have you subscribe for notifications when you go live, I never get that notification going live.
Yeah,
What I always see is Facebook and YouTube pops up, and I'll go and I just have to go in YouTube. I mean, in TikTok to see if you're on.
You know why? Because
Why?
TikTok a bunch of haters.
That must be.
Yeah, I don't get the TikTok one
I
either.
don't get that TikTok notification.
TikTok haters. That's why.
It must be you.
So you got to be able to deal with that as well. You got to be able to deal with your people may not see you, right?
Yep.
So if they don't see the notification, that's fine. You know you can share.
Mm-hmm.
You can share to from TikTok to Facebook.
Uh-huh.
But here's the thing: you got to ask yourself this. This once again, this is like an unpopular opinion. You have to ask yourself, where do you want people to see you and find you? See, the average person is going to say, well, I want to be seen on TikTok. You know why the average person say that? Because TikTok's still new. But do you have the type of products and do you offer the type of services that the TikTok Stonians are going to want?
No, but they want cheap.
You out there trying to run a business and people on TikTok trying to ask you a 21 questions. They're not looking to engage. They're looking for answers. I've learned that people on Facebook and YouTube looking to engage. That's what I've learned. Unless you're on the table doing cartwheels and splits, TikTok ain't giving it to you. Steve said 10:30 was good for me. I'm just saying, okay. I'll keep that in mind, man. I've been thinking about going back to my time, but with everything that we got going on, it's always going to be some type of discrepancy.
Yeah.
I love doing it at 10:30, but then at the same time, there's always something that was coming up around that time. So I found myself being rushed to prep for live. It is a lot to do for me when I prep for live because we're going live on 4 platforms. But that's good to know, Steve. So that's some of the best feedback that you can get when your regular followers tell you, hey, you know what? Because I know 10:30 was the optimal time. You catch people going to work at 9 o'clock, 10:30, they're just getting settled in and they're getting ready to go to lunch. So they see that alert. Ooh, I'm looking. They can't say much because they're over there, they're with the man. But they can hear.
My headphones in.
That's what it is.
When I was at that other place, that's what I was doing. Well, back in the NYC, I can't do this.
So I've been testing this out with the amount of followers that we have. I've been testing this out to see if people are really following us. And you want to know what I found? People ain't following us. They just watching. Now, does it hurt your feelings that people not following you and that they're watching? Oh man, people got life.
Yeah,
People got lives, man. I don't know.
Go to the website, hit the button.
And then the other thing you got to realize is you got certain people that's gonna actually follow you and gonna do business with you whenever. You don't have to be live. So you're going live. You're really going live to get new customers, get new exposure.
Okay.
I appreciate all the love that we get when we go live from our regular customers. But we're going live to get new customers and get new exposure. Because we can't count on our customers today to get us where we need to be tomorrow. That's how business is. So knowing that we're going live to get new exposure. Yeah. Now, if we get some people that already follow us to come on and they're liking what we're doing, that's even better because we know they're locked in. But most people ain't locked in, man. Most people are testing your consistency. But just think about that.
Oh yeah, got my brain turning.
Well, see, right now it's a little different for you. It's a little different for you because now you're getting ready to dive into something that you've never done before. But I've already laid the groundwork for you. You already know how not to act. I can show you that. You know what I'm saying? The other thing about social media is people like drama.
Oh yeah.
So drama gets views. So a lot of people don't realize this. I'm talking right now. A lot of people don't realize this. I act like I'm going left just so I can get some views. No, I didn't know you was doing after that. Yeah. Well, I hadn't told on myself now.
That's what I'm like. Okay.
Because
but only the people on here will hear that.
Yeah.
Well, unless they go back and do your replay on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, but those are tactics. Those are some tactics to what people do when they go live. Creators and content creators do that. Let me see. I try to listen when you go live during the week, but it's difficult while at work. Maria, don't you lose that good job trying to listen to me act a fool on social media? You can always go back and look at the replay. Don't you jeopardize your livelihood trying to find me on live. You'll see it again on the replay. But now that's something to think about. Most content creators, they'll give you a little juice. They'll tell you a story. They'll get you involved. They get your attention. They get you attracted. And then, they start trying to talk. If they start to fall off, guess what? They'll do a little something. You know what I'm saying? Remember that day that guy, I was sitting over there and that guy was telling me about how I was being negative because I was talking about bills. Y'all remember that? You won't forget that. You know why you won't forget that? You won't forget that because I went totally left.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I got my engagement went up. My engagement shot up. I had my business mentor. He texted me. He said, "Man, everything all right? I saw your YouTube video." And that same clip, you can take that same clip where it sounds like I'm upset, I'm angry, I'm hostile. People feed into that. You know why? Because Americans are messy. Y'all some petty folks.
You say y'all.
Yeah. And social media has figured it out. Y'all want everybody. Facebook is the nosiest platform on here. Y'all want to know everybody's business. TikTok want the information for free. No offense to y'all, TikTok. I'm just telling it what it is. YouTube want it for free too. They just want it for free in a video. How to. And Instagram just want your pretty picture. Once you know what that social media platform wants, and you're willing to give it to them in a certain setting, you can get some views, but you have to remember that views are not going to keep you in business. Views are just the beginning of your business. Somebody ordered a 4X, y'all. Y'all think that's big enough?
Yes.
It better be.
Hope so.
I did a lot of testing, man, to make sure these were, the right size or sizable. Here you go, baby. That's the 4X. D said, that's good. Yeah. So now I got to do the fronts. And y'all not going to be able to witness that today. Because what's that, man? Nope. Yep. Because I'm cutting this press off. It's a wrap. And what I did was, so y'all know, because I'm doing front and back, I did all of the backs so I wouldn't have to waste any sublimation paper. Y'all get me? So I just put everything on the back and didn't have to. So now I'm going to have to put sublimation paper down every time because it's going to resublimate on the bottom. So I tried to be smart about it.
I finally invested in me a clamshell.
You did. I'm proud of you. You ready to go to work? Are you pressing on site?
I am gonna press on site. That's one reason I got the 15 by 15 because it'll be easier for me to maneuver.
You see the smile on my face? I'm excited for you.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
What you using before, Pedro?
She got a big one, man.
I have a 16 by 20 or 24, whatever.
That's sucker heavy.
But I also have the H front, one of those.
Yeah.
And
Like I'm using today.
I think so. Yeah.
Use them for light stuff, but then, you got the best thing to do is have clearance.
Either one of y'all use the HTV run for sublimation?
Yes, that's what I've been using.
How it work out for you?
It does good. Sometimes I would press twice when I was really unsure about things, just so I could get that pressure.
So what I just heard you say was a hit and miss.
Yeah.
See, I hear that, right? Ladies and gentlemen, using those automatic heat presses for sublimation is not the best option. It's an option, but it's not the best option. Understand temperature, time, and pressure. We got a congratulations over here from Tamara for you, Pandora. We excited.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try to if you happen to go live. That's the 21st, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. That's my anniversary.
A month after month.
Yeah. But I'll be able to look at the replay.
Okay.
And I want you to it'll probably be a good idea for you to go live on TikTok. Why? Because you can edit. When you go live, TikTok saves your videos. So you can actually.
Well, yeah, because like when I'm on somebody's live, I can go back and look at their live.
No, not on TikTok. You got it. You can go back and look at their live on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
Since when?
Just like I'm in yours, I can go back and look at it because it'll send me a link that says that I was in your live.
Oh, you were in when you're in my live.
Yes.
That's a difference. That's when you're in the live.
Like we're in his boxes right now. Yeah, you can go back and look at his live.
Steve said he's gonna join you for support.
Thank you.
21st.
The 21st, next Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Or this Saturday.
This Saturday.
We're gonna you're gonna have a like an event link.
Got that for right.
Oh, well, you're getting ideas. So this is what you want to do: create an event.
Look.
Create. Yeah, you can create the event on TikTok as well. Now, if you got two devices, you'll be able to go live on Facebook and TikTok. But the reason why I said to go on TikTok is because when you finish your live, when your live ends, you can go into your TikTok live videos and you can actually pull that video, download it, and you can edit it for clips.
Okay, yeah.
That's the one thing I like about TikTok. That might be the only thing I like about TikTok. Oh, I'm just saying, man. I've met a lot of great people. Steve keeps reminding me that we met on TikTok. And Steve has been a faithful follower, supporter, and customer since we connected on TikTok. But I believe Steve was a unicorn. So y'all prove me wrong, TikTok. Prove me wrong. Show me that there are some sensible personalities on this platform that really want to learn about business, that really want to, be I don't want to say educated, but really want to, talk about some serious things and not just pop up and ask questions like, hey, what you doing?
Well, you got to.
Yeah. Well, I need 2022,
2022.
Yeah.
Then I found out how real you was. That I was so happy that I got so emotional. Somebody was really, I would be able to teach you about business and really business minded and not trying to just, get your money or.
Yeah. I mean, I want your money. No, I don't. I want your business. I want your business. Because yeah.
Just taking money and they doing like how I want to. You know what I think of? Like the pastors that used to act like they was healing people and, you know, to get people to give their money. So when I see people on TikTok like that, that's what all these things, you know, that's what I think of. I always have that picture of the pastor that has somebody come up and act like they're healing them, and then everybody start throwing their money at them.
It's a lot of healers. I mean hustlers. Grace says, me three. Hey, listen, man, I'm telling y'all something, man. I've always been passionate about helping people, and I never could agree with the idea that, you know, it's about manipulation. It is. If you think about what your goals is, my desire is to reach people in a way to where they have no choice but to make a decision of where they're gonna sit down, listen, and follow what we're talking about, or they're gonna say, hey, that's too much for me. And so far, we've had more people talk about, you know, it's too much for me than we've had people say, you know, hey, I'm ready for the real. And that's cool because we're separating, right? But the one thing I'm learning is that if you are who you say you are, it ain't gonna be you won't be able to, you know, you don't have to keep over that lie. Mm-hmm. You know, you told a lie on Monday, and then now it's Friday. You try to remember what lie you told. If you just be the same person every day, you know, it's easier. So, I think my wife over there doing orders. I don't know. Okay, well, listen. I appreciate y'all for jumping on, and definitely for y'all to stand on as long as y'all did. I know y'all didn't have to. The Trees is on the same time zone. Pandora, you have no excuse. You know, you out behind. So, but hopefully you guys got some people that are viewing you as well, and maybe hopefully you got some activity. I should have said this in the beginning, but make sure y'all follow our co-hosts that are on here right now. Once again, this is the Blank Spot. We are Sublimation Blanks T-shirt transfer, adhesive, vinyl, and banner suppliers located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. You saw me pressing some sublimation shirts. These were performance shirts. They were silver shirts. Learning about sublimation is not hard. Giving up is the easiest thing that you can do. But if you understand how processes work, you can understand how it can benefit you. So for everybody that's on YouTube and Facebook, I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll take some clips later on because I think I got some pretty good content out of this. Don't be surprised, ladies, if y'all see our face on here. You signed the release. You signed the release as soon as you got on TikTok. So, you know, I ain't gotta ask you. But I'll make sure I tag y'all in the videos, man. But I appreciate y'all. Like I said, once again, you're welcome, Grace. Like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. We'll see each and every one of you guys at the top because y'all know that there's too many people struggling unnecessarily at the bottom. Peace.
All right. Appreciate you.
Thank you.